Hey Horacio, what's up, man? Welcome to the interview. How are you doing today, man?
What's up, man? I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm great, great. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you taking the time for the interview. I know it's gonna help all of the people who are gonna see this in my Facebook, in my group, and people who are starting out or are intermediate yet, as you are already killing it online. So welcome.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
No problem, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long ago did you get started? Tell us a little bit about your story in the business.
Yeah. Actually, I was born in Mexico, but I moved to the U.S. when I was a kid, and I've been living in Florida for almost 10 years now. And I started my internet. I started working online since I was in high school. It's been almost 5 years now. I was doing graphic designs, but then
How old are you
after
right now? You're 21,
I'm
right?
I'm 22.
22.
Just turned 22. Yeah.
So you started working online at 17, around 17.
Yeah, I was doing logo designs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then I learned about people making money with launching products and all that stuff. So that's when I had my first. That's when I started investing in my education. But then after high school, that was when I paid for coaching. That's when I started making some money. But it was not a. I mean, it was less than $1,000 a month. It
Yeah.
was not. It's not something big. But then recently, this year, the beginning of the year, that's when I started paying for. That's when I hired another coach, which was I think was one of the best decisions I made because I was when I joined that mastermind, I was doing less than $2,000 a month, and then I went from at the end of the year, I was doing almost I did over $30,000 a month, and it's been only 8 months. So see the difference when I was doing this. I was doing list building, but
Yeah.
then when I hired a coach, that's when I had the best results.
So basically everything happened to you in a let's say 8 month period was when you had like the breakthrough in your business after let's say getting started 5 years ago.
Yeah, obviously when I after high school, I spent like almost a year just doing what everybody does at the beginning, just buying different ebooks and
Yeah.
spending money.
Yeah. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your business model. How do you make money on the internet?
Well, like I said, my first business was list building, and yeah, I started doing list building about a year ago, but then I started focusing more on advertising, paid advertising. I was doing CPA marketing for. I'm still doing it, but now I changed. Let's say I changed the business model. Now I'm doing selling physical products, and I'm really what I'm doing is I'm just buying the products from China for less than $2 and selling them for 10, 20, $30 on Facebook using Facebook advertising.
So that's it. That's it. Really simple model. You buy cheap products, place ads on Facebook, and send traffic to your store and optimize. That's
Yeah,
your business model.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. 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 Um, so tell us a little bit about what do you think are the top three mistakes you've made since you got started to the level you've achieved today. What are the biggest three mistakes that stopped you from achieving the results you're having right now to to getting them in your first year, let's say?
I would say the first mistake was trying to do more than one thing at a time. Trying to do list building, CPA, and let's say another different business model. And because you got to focus on one thing at a time. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. They're doing list building. They want to try to do another thing. So first you got to focus on one thing at a time.
So mistake number one is lack of focus. You gotta focus on one thing at a time until you become an expert. No distractions.
Yes. And the other thing I would say is buying different products. You know, the the shiny object syndrome that they call it. When you see something new and you just buy it and you think and you start doing you think that because you buy a product you will make a lot of money. It just doesn't work like that. I mean, I don't know. I never made money from a $10 product or a $20 product.
So yeah, that I think that's something that happens to a lot of people. They get started and they are like on 15 email lists, and all the gurus are selling them the magic pill to get rich online, and they it's just so easy to get into to get trapped into buying those products thinking they are actually the solution. And I'm not saying they are bad, but obviously a $10 product is not gonna make you rich, right?
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. You think someone's going to sell you a product for $10 to that product is going to teach you make $1,000 a day? I mean,
It's impossible.
yeah,
It's just they sell it in such a way that's so nice that you buy it. But at the end of the day, I think it's every product you and I and everyone has bought eventually has taught us something. At least if it was totally crap, it taught us not to buy more crap products, right? At the end of the day, you I think that made you realize that you gotta invest in mentors and masterminds and not buy products, right?
yeah. And yeah, the third one would be not investing in a real coach. You know, because there's a big difference between buying a product and having someone just telling you what to do, step by step. And that's how I think that's how I made my first $1,000 a month. I had a coach, my first coach. And then the next thing I did was hire another coach.
And that's it. So you recommend people to hire a coach, follow exactly as the coach says, get results, and once you reach a certain level and you have more money, you invest in higher level coaches and just keep growing and growing as your
Yeah,
skills and budget increases, obviously.
yeah.
Awesome. So what are the most important accomplishments you've achieved, not only in your business but also in your life? Like with the money you've made in the business, like could be anything, family, lifestyle, whatever. What do you consider the most important achievements this business has allowed you to do?
Well, I think one of the best things is that I have my brothers and sisters working for me. So they don't have they're working part time for me, and they don't have to. I mean, they're in school and they working a part time from home. So all they do is just reply some emails every day, and that's it.
They make money.
Yeah.
What else? Tell some other things. I'm sure people watching this would be really interested in see like what success and really putting in the work after so many years and finally making it, like to give them some sort of inspiration and make them realize that if they keep going no matter what, they're gonna eventually be able to achieve to do whatever they really want to do in life. You know?
Yeah, I would say the best thing is having the freedom to do anything you want. Because now, I mean, if I want, I can wake up at 11 o'clock and just because right now I have people working for me. So you know, I can do whatever I want. And I'll have I have 4 guys working for me right now. So that's one of the best things that I can focus more on working on me. You know, let's say like one thing that I never done before was go to the gym, and there's a lot of things that I'm doing right now, just working on my on me, just not on my business. That I'm still working on. Let's say I'm still working on my business, but now I have the freedom to do other things.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's not about buying the huge mansions and the Lambos. You know, it's just about the little things like you can just enjoy without having to worry about having to, I don't know, live paycheck to paycheck, or just having the freedom to do whatever you want. Have an extra 2 hours sleep, have a nap in the middle of the day, right? be able
Yeah, I
to.
mean, obviously, buying a new car is something that, I mean, you have to do that. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's
obviously.
buying cool stuff. But I mean, everybody's gonna do that once they get to a certain level, you know.
Yeah. Did you already buy your dream car? What are some things you've purchased that after
Uh,
so many years like of really having that desire to get them, you were able to finally like pay for them?
uh, I'm not really. I didn't spend that much money on a car, but yeah, I bought a car that I wanted to get like 2 years ago, and I didn't have the money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, probably yeah, those are the goals. Getting a Lamborghini and all this, but that will be later. For now, I gotta focus more on growing a business.
Yeah, of course. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, and there's you've seen like a lot of people in the industry talking about mindset. You have to work on your mindset, and they don't actually give like that specific step by step instructions. But what do you think about this? Do you think mindset is overrated? People are talking about mindset instead of telling you exactly what to do. What do you think is more important in this business, especially in running traffic? Is it mindset? Is it specific skills? Or a mix of both? What do you think? Since you're making obviously multiple four figures a day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mindset is I think is really important because I mean let's say when I started my first store, I think I spent money the first week. I was spending a lot of money the first week, and I didn't make any money. And but since I already know how business works, I knew that there were people making money. So it was like nothing for me because I already knew that I was going to make money once I learned how to do everything. And there's a big difference between someone who wants to build a business. They have a different mindset than a person who just wants to make $100 a day. So if the person who wants to make $100 a day, they say let's say they lose $100 the first day, they just gonna quit because they don't have the mindset that a person who actually wants to build a business has. And the person who wants to build a business, they already know that they have to invest money to make money. And it's really important when you have that mindset that to build a business, you got to invest money, and you got to have the right mindset to actually build a business.
Yeah, exactly. And something that I would like to use like as an example for me, I'm starting this new business, e-commerce, same as you, and it's something totally new that I've never done. And I before this year, at the end of 2015, I just set the goal of the first 3 months of the year, like not to achieve any like specific monetary goals, but just to master the skills, like just assuming that I'm gonna lose all my money, but I'm gonna gain the knowledge. Because at the end of the day, once you have the skills, you can make as much money as you want, right? If you have the right mindset, if you know how it works, then you just can do it and get the results. What do you think about this? Do you recommend people doing this? Do you recommend people to aim at a certain income goal at a X amount of time, or what's your opinion on this? While running paid traffic, obviously, because when you're running paid traffic, either you make money or you lose money. I mean, it's not losing money; it's buying data. But at the end of the day, the money is going away. So what do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, when that's the thing you said, when you, especially for buying advertising, you either lose money, you make money, but there's always something positive on everything. If you're losing, if let's say you're buying traffic, you know that you're buying, you got to find something positive from that. Let's say you're testing 3 products and you're not getting any conversion, you know that those products, you got to look at what's wrong with those products, and you got to learn. That's how you learn, just from buying traffic, from your experience. Because the more money you spend, you actually learn more. You gain the experience that you need to actually make money from doing what you're doing.
Yeah, of course. What do you think are let's say that the 3 most important things people people getting started in the business in internet marketing, or people who have been for months or years but aren't still getting the results they want, what are the, let's say, the top 3 things you recommend them to focus on so that they can be making as much money as they want 1 year from now, if they really put in the work?
I would say they need to find something that they see the people are doing. Let's say, just because you see a guy doing network marketing, he's making a lot of money, doesn't mean you're gonna do the same thing. And if sometimes there's people who don't even like that business, but they want to do it because they see other people making money.
Yeah.
So you gotta focus on something that you gotta find a business model that you really like, and you think there's gonna be you're actually gonna be good at it, you know. And you gotta just focus on it 100%. And you gotta find a person who's actually doing that, and you gotta ask for help. Like at the beginning, you gotta ask for help, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I ask for help, and I don't care. You gotta sometimes you gotta ask stupid questions.
Yeah, I ask you for help all the time.
Yeah.
So that would be number 1. Finding something you actually enjoy, and you know you're gonna be good at if you put in the work. That would be number 1.
Yeah. The other thing is that you have to understand you have to invest money if you want to build a business. So you need to have that in mind. You want to build a business, you got to invest some money, and you got to put the time and effort, because it's not it can take you months or even years. I don't know. It's up to you. It depends on how really bad you want it.
Yeah.
And the other thing, the third one is you got to find, like I said, you got to find a coach. You got to find someone who's already doing it, so it will be easier for you.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, you're 22 now, basically living life on your own terms, free to do whatever you want, having people working for you, and basically that's, I find it awesome, because it gives like people to open their minds and see that it doesn't really matter how old are you, doesn't really matter where do you live, where you come from. If you just put in the work, if you really want it bad, and you focus, then you're gonna achieve whatever results you really want, right?
Yeah, it's like you said. You see, sometimes people say that they don't like making videos, so they say that I'm not good at making videos.
Yeah.
And then I see other guys from other countries, like you're from Costa Rica,
yeah,
and other guys making videos, and they're marketing in English, you know, and they're doing it really good. So, you know, just how to do it.
Yeah, it's getting outside your comfort zone. It's really important, because let's say what are some times that you really had to get outside of your comfort zone to see a result once you took action?
Well, let's say I'm not really like this was one of them. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm not really good at. Like I said, I'm not really good on videos, but you know, it's something you got to do sometimes. But for my business, I don't really require a lot of like making videos and that stuff. But I have to do sometimes I have to do calls. You know, I have to call people. And I have to do some things I don't really like to do, but I have to do it.
Yeah, and I think like one of the things that really gets people outside of their comfort zone, including myself, it's like placing the first ads online and sending traffic, let's say to a store or to something that at the beginning you aren't seeing the result, and you're like, holy crap, is this gonna work? Did I do it the right way? And then the next day you see a sale, so you're like, okay, now it's working. So it's like you see it's possible. Like I think it's hard for people to visualize something until they actually do it. Like for example, I set up a new type of campaign yesterday, and I had no sales, and I got the first sale of that campaign like let's say an hour ago. So now I know it works, and now I know if I create another campaign of the same type, it's gonna work because I already did it. So just following up with the vision and staying in place until that result happens, right?
yeah, like I said, you got to be positive. You got to stay positive. Sometimes, sometimes you only think that you only think about losing money, you're gonna lose money. That's something that it happens. You know, it's like you attracting that thing. You because sometimes I'm having a one of my ads is not doing good, and I just start worrying too much. You know,
Yeah.
I start you know, and the next thing I know, I'm losing money in that campaign. So
Yeah. So
you know, you gotta,
go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, like I say, you gotta stay positive. If when you think positive, man, everything's gonna. Like I say, when I see a lot of money, when I some days when I have some days I'm really doing really good, I really get excited, and the more excited I get, I think it looks like more money I make.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And instead of sending your energy to the negative, let's say to the negative way, you have to put it in a positive way. Like instead of saying, okay, holy crap, this campaign is losing money. Instead of worrying, why not launch 5 new campaigns to test new products that can work, right? Just
Yeah,
put your
and
put your yeah.
his thing is like your brother. Yeah, when I think the first week he was saying, okay, I'm not getting sale, and he had like I don't know how many products tested, and then he only after I think after a few days he had a few sales for one product, and that was it. That's all he needed to make $200 a day, and that's how you know that's when you start believing that you can actually make money doing this, and then you start testing more products. That's when your mindset changes.
Yeah, I agree. Like the first 3 products I tested didn't work, and I got like one sale and spent, I don't know, um, I spent some money testing several days and just got one sale. So then I was like, okay, this is not working, but I know there are people making money with it, so I just have to find a way. So then I tested 3 more products, and one of them worked. So I found I had to test 6 products until I found one that worked. But like if you don't really have the mindset, you could have said, okay, I've tested 3 products, it doesn't work. I'm gonna try a different business model. Then you're jumping from business to business, and eventually you don't really get the result because you don't master your skills in one, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Well, Horatio, awesome having you in this interview. I'm sure this is gonna help a lot of people starting out, not only with their skills but also with the mindset, so that they understand that building a business requires you to invest money, to lose money, invest time, and it's gonna take, especially like you said, a lot of focus and improving your skills in that one thing you really want to get good at. So
yeah.
it's a pleasure having you, man, and. Again, thanks for all the help you're giving my brother and I, and let's crush it this year. Let's stay focused.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome, man. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, cool.
Bye.